adventures today. I'm sure you're listening intently to each and every one of them. Boo! Okay, just making sure you're all with me. What we are here today to talk about is didn't hear that, or were you just not listening hard enough? I'll say it again. Effective listening is what we're talking about today. According to Wright State University's College of Business website on listening, listening effectively is something that very few of us can do. But guess what? Today we're going to give you the opportunity to obtain the mental tools you need to effectively listen. Let's listen to Julie and Tim's discussion as an example of why it is important to effectively listen. I'm sure you've seen similarities in their argument to arguments you have had with classmates. Julie and Tim are partners for a math project, and they are supposed to be building a bridge. Tim, we cannot use tape. We are supposed to only use glue and toothpicks. Didn't you read the directions?
I read the directions. They said on the bridge itself we couldn't use other materials. This is for the base.
Don't try to get past this, Tim. You can't use tape.
We can though. You obviously can't read.
Let's interrupt this before it gets worse. Tim and Julie are obviously disagreeing about the actual directions of the assignment. They are also, however, not listening to each other's reasons why they think they can or cannot use the tape. Tim then begins another argument about Julie's reading skills. This all escalates from the inability to listen effectively to one another.
Let's get started with orientation, and we'll start with a lesson in effective listening. This is because listening is very important for young students like yourselves. First, we'll start with dichotic listening. According to Richard Davison's book, Brain Asymmetry, the basic feature of the dichotic situation is to provide more elements to be processed at any moment in time than the brain is capable of process. This is on page 124 of his book. So I know this may sound scary, but basically it's to test your ability to maintain information despite the changing elements of sound. Now, the test I have in store for you is very simple. There was a video assignment that was posted to YouTube by the username wingnut316, and they will be providing our audio. Now put on these headphones and your test will begin. There you go. As I said before, there are two audio tracks, one in each ear, one being the Alice in Wonderland excerpt, the other being background noise. But what we told the student was that we would ask questions about Alice in Wonderland, whereas in reality we'll be asking about the background noise. Now what the background noise sounds like is something like this.
His hand rose and fell softly with each precious breath. He pushed away the plastic tarpaulin and raised himself in the stinking robes and blankets, and looked toward the east for any light, but there was none. In the dream from which he'd awakened, he had wandered in a cave, but a child led him by the hand. Their light playing over the wet flowstone walls, like pilgrims in a fable, swallowed up and lost. And the inward parts of some granitic piece. Deep stone flutes where water dripped and sank, toiling the sounds, the minutes of the earth and the hours and the days of it, and the years without cease, until they stood at the great stone room where they by the Venetian lake. And on the far shore, a creature that raised a stream out from the river stone and water. More was to have a light. And this was an instrument begin and when you start, he's then to get over.
And that is only part of the audio that we will have our student answer questions about. What did you hear in your right ear that was the background noise while you were trying to listen to the left ear's Alice in Wonderland?
Well, it started off as some guy monologuing, but then it changed several times. Like, I'm pretty sure it got faster at one point and changed pitch at another. Then it also did something where it went completely weird and I couldn't understand the thing that it was saying.
Thank you. And those differences come from your brain's ability to differentiate sounds, which is what dichotic listening is.
Boys, did you know that learning how to listen can help your relationships and improve your grades?
What?
Let's talk about listening. While you are listening to your instructor, your mind is understanding, evaluating, interpreting, remembering, and then responding.
That's a lot.
It is. And you know your mind can process words at 400 to 500 words per minute, and your instructor speaks at about 150 words per minute.
That's a big difference.
Yeah, it is. That is why you lose your attention sometimes.
What can we do about it? Yeah, what can we do about it?
Judy Brownwell wrote on page 297 of our text, Listening, that we improve our listening skills in the classroom by striving to create two-way communication when appropriate, listen carefully to your classmates, sit where it's easy to listen and interact, think of your instructor as a person, and help with the classroom management. What do you think about that?
Great.
All right.
We flash ahead and see that the students have put their new listening skills into action and have improved not only academically but also in their friendships. They listened to the advice of Judy Brunell, who wrote the book, Listening, Attitudes, Principles, and Skills. She says on page 304 that in all helping relationships, it is essential to maintain mutual respect and empathy with your partners so that you can assess the usefulness of your interventions. Remember, too, that empathy is a shared commitment. Your partner must be equally engaged in the encounter. Everyone is much more satisfied with their friendships now that they have learned to be better listeners.
Buy now, limited time pricing. Invest now in this new low offer of $100 per course. This includes 10 lessons for the low price of $1,000. Most similar programs about effective listening, such as the Fast Forward or Tomatis, range from $1,500 to $6,000 per program. Lockwood, 2006. With this new low price, you get 10 effective listening lessons. They will teach your audience how to listen effectively and efficiently. But wait, if you call now, we will throw in another set of lessons for the same low cost of $1,000, completely free. Call 1-800-LESSONS or 1-800-537-7667 now to purchase your very own effective listening lessons. This offer will not last long.